Hey, what's crack-a-lackin' challengers? Welcome back to the fish room, and after this video, it might not be considered a fish room. It might be a multi-animal species type of room. Basically, guys, what I have in this box is super crazy, and something that I'm getting in a couple days, which I just ordered, are some snails. I feel like I'm going to post that video before I post this one. But in this video, we're unboxing some creepy crawlies that kind of makes me nervous because I've never really kept something like this. I've kept things similar, but this is on a different level. So enough of me talking about it. I just want to open it because I really don't know if they're still alive. They've been shipping for a long time, like a whole week in the mail, which is kind of sketchy with live animals. Here we go. Yo, I'm really nervous. I don't want to, I mean, they can't bite, but still, it is scary. Okay. I'm really excited. I also made their enclosure right here. As you can see, this is a Tupperware container that I poked some holes in, and inside of here I have a lot of dirt, leaves, and some wood chips and other great things that this, I guess I'll spoil it, insect or arthropod that I got will love. So I don't want to spoil it too soon. I'm sure you already saw the title, and I'm sure I had it in the title. But I want to open these guys, make sure they're still alive, make sure they're still kicking it, you know? Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh! Okay guys, so what I got are millipedes. And before you get freaked out, there's a difference between millipedes and centipedes. I'm going to talk about that in a couple seconds, but what I got are baby millipedes. I got Bumblebee millipedes as well as Scarlet millipedes, and they are super adorable for many reasons. But let me go grab, actually I'll just use my phone because I don't want to have to get my other camera. It'll be a whole setup. This will be a lot easier. Okay guys, so here is the bag. I'm going to actually pour it out on my container so you guys will be able to see the babies because they probably look really adorable. So I guess I'll just pour them out and I'll be able to collect each one. So I did, oh my gosh, I did order 40 of them, like 40 plus. So hopefully we have enough to start a colony and I'll be able to start breeding them and having them as pets. Now I'm going to explain why there's some great pets, and if you haven't kept insects before, why they're a great beginner. Are they even alive? Some great coloration. Come on, guys. Some of them are slightly moving, but there's not a lot of movement. They're also pretty tiny, but they can, oh, you can see some movement. Actually, what I'm going to do real quick, just because it was cold outside and it was kind of dry, what I'm going to do is get a bottle of water, spray them down a little bit. Some cool things about them is on their side of their body, they actually have little holes, and that's where they breathe out of. So it's really easy to drown these guys, so I'm not going to spray too much water on them, but I'm sure they'll love a little bit of a treat, I guess, after having to travel so far. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe button on this video if you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. Let me move the camera down a little bit more. I think that's a little bit better. So I'm going to poke some holes in the plastic container, and now we'll be able to get some water out. Oh my gosh, that is waking them up. You guys will be able to see them. The water, I think, just having this motion by them, a little bit more of heat and a little bit more light, is waking them up, which is great. Because, of course, I do not want my guys to be dead. So I'm going to separate the living ones away from the dirt. So don't get freaked out. They're not like worms. They're not... Actually, they're kind of similar to worms in a couple different ways. So let me just talk about them while I'm sorting them. Yeah, that one's definitely alive. So, millipedes are fairly different than centipedes. Although they might kind of look the same, millipedes actually have 4 pairs of legs on every single column, and millipede stands for 1,000. There's no recorded species of millipedes that has 1,000 limbs or over 1,000 limbs. I think the highest record one was like 700, which is still really crazy. But yeah, in each segment of their body, they actually have 4 legs, compared to centipedes that actually have 2 legs on each segment. Centipedes are very aggressive, at least most species, compared to these millipedes that are very peaceful and very gentle in terrariums and other organic situations. These millipedes are actually known as cows. Some people joke about them and call them the cows of the terrestrial world, just because they eat decaying matter, they eat leaves, they're not carnivorous, they really are very chill and very easy to care for and are just great for the environment. They're super helpful in forests and other situations like that. People actually grow these guys and put them in compost piles because they help break down material while it's decaying, and that's super great for the environment. And most people overlook these guys. They are a backbone of a lot of ecosystems, and should not be messed around with. These guys are serious, beneficial things for ecosystems. One thing that I do want to say is if you are planning on keeping them, make sure if you're like with the child that they don't eat them, because they can be possibly toxic to humans if they're eaten. You won't die, but you might get a little sick. For some animals, it might kill them, but just a heads up, you want to make sure that you look out for them. So yeah, the two that I picked up are the Bumblebee Millipedes as well as the Scarlet Millipedes. The Bumblebee Millipedes have different colorations. They have a little bit of green and yellow to them, and the Scarlet ones are basically all red. You can just see they are super adorable, and I'm going to get so much footage of these guys over the next couple weeks. But yeah, their legs move in a very nice, they glide together, and the way they walk just looks so cool and so exciting. And yeah, I know you might get creeped out a little bit at first, but trust me, these guys are not harmful at all. They are super adorable, and I think I got way more than 40, no cap. Another difference between millipedes and centipedes, like an easy thing to look at the two, millipedes have their legs at the bottom of their body, and centipedes tend to have them on the side, and centipedes tend to have a slimmer body, and these millipedes have a more bubbly body, and the centipedes are more of an attacker or a predator, and these guys are really just, they don't eat anything living except for plants and decaying matter. So they're a great thing to have in any terrarium or setup. Now, one reason that these guys are so popular is they're great for education. You can grow them in a little tub. They don't really get that big. They can get up to like, I think 6 inches, at least this species. So they're not gonna get big, and these guys are really baby tiny ones. They have genders, there's a male and a female, so they're not asexual, so they don't reproduce in that way. Which would be kind of cool, but, you know, they're not like snails. They can't just change genders, I guess, and breed in that way. But, yeah, I'm so happy that they're starting to wake up. Honestly, when I first opened them up, I did not think that they were all going to be alive just because I didn't really see any movement. And I did not think I would get this many. I'm just lightly spraying it down with water because I really don't want these guys to be too thirsty. Now, I'm actually going to be breeding these guys and selling them. I might already have them for sale on my website by the time you have this video out, just because they breed relatively fast, and also I might be just selling some of these babies I have, just because I don't want to have too many, because I still want to have enough room to get some more that are growing in. So I will have a link down below. You can check it out at the end of this video. It'll be shipped from me, and you can also pick up some aquarium supplies or other animal insect supplies down below. And yeah, like I was saying, they're really great for keeping as pets, but they can also be used in compost and other natural forms like that because they're just great. They have a green thumb, basically. And they're starting to go all over the place, and I don't want them to escape. So I might just decide to add them into the terrarium that I have. And it's not a big setup, it's kind of just a pretty big Tupperware container. I could have went with a lot smaller size container, but I just felt like keeping them relatively big for this tank. And at first I thought I'd be scared. You can already see some on there. At first I thought I'd be scared of handling them, but honestly, I'm not scared at all because they can't bite me. They can't hurt me, they can't sting me. They have nothing that hurts, so that's a plus. I'm gonna see if I can have one crawl on me. Oh my gosh! It feels like it, dude. It is just tingling. It feels like oh, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Oh, this one's trying to climb out. Stay. It felt so weird. It felt like little pieces of Velcro crawling on me. And you can see that one's pretty big. They continue to get bigger and bigger as time goes on. And yeah, all they do is they eat a lot of wood chips. They eat a lot of mulch. They eat a bunch of random stuff, but you can also feed them some vegetables and other fruits, but it's nice to keep them on their natural leaf and litter diet that they prefer. These guys are honestly so adorable, and I can't wait. I feel like they're probably really stressed out right now, so they're not going to be walking around too much or that interactive. So I'm going to put them in their cage and let them sit for a while, and then I might decide to mess with them later in this video. But I'm sure you guys will see some updated videos, like when I do an update on these guys to tell you how they're breeding, or if I do a better care video, just because this video is mainly just the unboxing. I like to have a full tutorial on how to care for them because they are a really great pet if you've ever been curious about keeping them. So naturally you'll be able to find them. These species that I got are actually native to the Americas, specifically southern US. So that's really cool that I'm kind of keeping a native species. They're not really in my state of Wisconsin. You might find similar species during the summer. But yeah, you don't need to get freaked out from millipedes. The only things that you might want to be freaked out about is for centipedes. When I first told my mom that I was getting these guys, she freaked out and she's like, no, I don't want them in my house. But I was like, Mom, these guys are literally the most chill. Although they are starting to move around a lot. I'm I'm surprised. They might be kind of stressed out because of all the lights and stuff, and they might just want to hide under a rock or underneath a tree stump. So I'm going to put them under there. These guys are technically considered insects, but they prefer to go under the class of arthropods. They're kind of similar to pill bugs or isopods in that aspect. There's many features about them that make them similar to them. I'll leave some articles down below in case you want to read more about them. And I'll probably have a blog post or two on my website before this video goes live. Sorry if I'm just boring you with a lot of facts. I'm just so excited, and like I did so much research on these guys over the past couple months. Like, I want to keep them for a while. The main reason I want to breed them is because I am planning to keep a couple terrariums, and these guys are going to be a great cleanup crew once I set those up. So again, links will be down below if you want to pick them up from me. You might be picking up some of these babies, or honestly, you'll probably be able to pick up some of their offspring by the time this video goes out. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I will catch you in the next video. Peace. I will include some footage at the end of this video of these guys. If you check out my Instagram at challenge.thewild, I'll definitely be posting some more about them. And also, if you check out my personal Instagram at James Morelan, you'll be able to see some of my own Instagram photos. My birthday is coming up too, so if you could wish me happy birthday, that would be epic. March 19th, in case you're curious. See you guys in the next one.